This is Jack, and I am speaking about the invisible college. Okay, now the invisible college was another manifestation of the white light. They were specific beings who guarded the secrecy of the dimensional realms. And it was mostly the beings of the invisible college who multiple times, well, 4 to be exact, tried to capture the being whose body this is dimensionally, to have her remain there and never return to Earth, because she was literally the only one who was free in the dimensions and able to see everything directly as it is. Now, they never wanted humanity to know what exactly was going on in the dimensions. So they were the guardians of the secret. And they were basically labeled the invisible college because they moved invisibly within the dimensions. You know, they were able to exist interdimensionally to a certain extent. You know, they were the ones that made sure that humanity remained on the pace and path of enslavement to never discover the truth. And were also the ones who would reverse any effects that those that might have on Earth, who would speak of a way out or of a realization of how to change this world practically for all as one. You know, the safeguarding of the truth, to make sure the truth never comes out. Why? Because if humanity actually realized what was really going on in the dimensions, it was simple. They would kind of start realizing that they've always been enslaved by the dimensions, by dimensional beings. And so the invisible college, the guardians of the secret, the protectors of enslavement, the protectors of the enslavement of man, etc. And they were very proud of their standing and statement in the dimensions, and many dimensional beings feared them. They were also cloaked in the ascended masters, the concept of old souls, the concept of gods. That's what they maintained. They maintained the entire master-slave manifestation in existence. So, if you really look at where that manifestation extensively exists, is within religion, within any and all forms of religion, where there is a God concept or an ascended master concept or a master of any sort, a God of any sort, or any manifestation. That would be the invisible college signature. So, anything or everything that has ever been known of the invisible college here on Earth has been a veil that has been pulled over humanity's eyes. In truth, the invisible college was in service of the Anunnaki, was in service of the enslavement of man and dimensional beings, to maintain enslavement within existence. You know, you're able to label them in many concepts, like the maintenance of enslavement, the maintenance of the master-slave concept, which is existing all over humanity, even in the simple manifestation of money, which I've mentioned. Human beings are the slave to money. Thoughts human beings are slaves to their own thoughts. It manifests in the little things and in the greater things. It's all over, within, and as everything. And that's why it is occasionally difficult for beings to realize this or even hear it, because they're so of it, as it, and have become it. And therefore it's going to be quite a process for humanity to realize, because for many dimensional beings even, it was quite a process to realize that they've actually been enslaved to a system dimensionally. And as human beings, they've allowed their enslavement to what they thought was who they are, what they thought was existing in this world was normal, was acceptable, what was allowed. Not seeing that there's been a veil that was placed over their eyes by the invisible college. And why also the invisible college? Because deception is invisible. You don't see it until you realize it. You don't see it until you become aware of it. You don't hear it until you become aware of it. It is fascinating. So, a veil that has been placed over your eyes, you only see that which you've known your entire life. You only hear that which you've known your entire life. And because you've become it so much, you don't see it. You don't hear it. Only when it's shown or revealed, and then you realize what has been shown and revealed, you'll actually start making a change or making a difference. So, the invisible college basically represents that which has become invisible in the enslavement of mankind and all of humanity, which you're not seeing and which you're not hearing, which you have become. So, this is Jack. That's all I have to say at the moment about the manifestation of the invisible college within the dimensions and here on Earth. It is like, for instance, this is Jack still, The Matrix. Yes, dimensional beings watch movies occasionally for specific. It's like, for instance, where Neo and Morpheus sits together and Morpheus says to Neo, the Matrix is all around you. It is within you, as you. If you look outside your window, it's there. Did Neo at that moment realize it? Could he see it? Could he understand it? Could he hear him? Could he hear Morpheus? No, couldn't. Because he had become the Matrix itself. He was of it, as it. Only Morpheus could show him what the Matrix is, and in that showing, Neo realized it. Did he accept it the first time? No, of course not. He fought it. He tried to fight the truth, the realization. But he had to realize it for himself. He had to see it for himself. And therefore, human beings were able to show you and speak to you what is here, but you're going to have to realize it for yourself. Thank you very much.